Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Excuse me. It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is the digital asset space. Good morning. Happy, I don't know what day is today anymore. Today's Thursday. Happy Thursday. Shout out to SPQR Media. I love what they're doing for this community. Shout out for love for crypto. I can echo the same thing for those boys as well. Really looking forward to 2020, getting a chance to meet some of those guys. Hopefully we're going to get Ms. Crypto Siege and I are going to head out to LA at the the DLT Con. Hopefully we'll go see that. But guys, listen, so this is I wanted to give a major shout out to Blockchain Backer. Again, one of the 3 TA guys that I'm beginning to really trust this guy. He makes a lot of sense in the stuff that he says. He did something the other day that I think it was the second on Tuesday maybe, that I thought was really phenomenal, because it's really important to kind of get it from a TA perspective. You guys have heard me say in this channel before that you got a bear market and you got a bull market in digital assets. The bear markets in the overall space of digital assets is around 2 years, maybe 2.5 years, and the bear market is around a year, maybe a year and a half. But there is a trend in history in XRP, and it's bear and bull markets, okay? And this is documented, so it's not like you're speculating. And so from 2013 to 2017, when XRP ran up, before it ran up, it was a 40-month bear market. 40 months. And then in 58 days, it shot up to, the all-time high with $3.77. That's a big jump. 40 months, 58 days. And so that's XRP's history. So, I love what he did. I love where he kind of charted that out. So if you go from sometime in 2017 till today, which is 2020, it's a long time. I don't know how long, but it's a long time. It's at least 2 years, obviously. It's at least 2 years, but he charted it out, and he used the fractal measuring that he likes to do. And he compared that to what's going on now. What's going on now? And he basically is saying it's been in this bear market for however long it's been. I don't know how long it's been. But if it does what it did in 2017, you take the same thing, it'll be about 58 days, exactly 58 days, to a run up to about $13, based upon XRP's history. Based upon its history. And so do we know it's going to do that? No, we don't know that it's going to do that exactly. But again, I had 2 guys in the TA space who are expecting an XRP price that's as high as $28 and during this next bull run when it does go. Now, this guy, Blockchain Backer, he charted out something for XRP in 58 days that would take it from current price to about $13. So there that is. I think it's interesting to I think it's important to know the history behind the digital asset space, behind each coin, if you can do that. And he's got some TA experience and background, so that's exciting to see. Again, I'm really going by a couple of TA guys that I trust: digital, do-it-yourself investing, and high altitude investing. Both of them have XRP between $15 and $20. DIY investing is saying, based upon history and the charts. History and the charts, not just coming up with something. History and the charts. That he has cash. He's planning on cashing out at XRP at $9, cashing out at XRP at $15, and cashing out on XRP at $28. And I trust that. I really do trust it. Obviously, it's something that I hope for, but I trust it. I trust it so much. Trust it so much that as soon as I get back home, I'm going to re-click for some reason. When he gave me information to join his thing there, I went on it, nothing worked. So maybe his PayPal's off, maybe something I did is off, I don't know. but I did it last night and it didn't work. So I'm going to try something different. I probably will have to send digital assets because he's taking digital assets as a way for pay for his signals and course. So I may do it that way. PayPal is a trip. So guys, check out Blockchain Backer. Check him out. I like his level-headed approach to things. Really do. A couple of people in the channel have been really promoting this guy to me. I said, so I got to go check him out. I've been watching a few of his videos, and I watched one again this morning, and I like his approach. So we'll see how it goes. I think it's interesting to have cash out points up to $13, and I guess everything depends on where you are. You know, whatever percentages that you might have. I think that if you've been buying at 20 cents and 30 cents and 40 cents, you got to take profits. Right? I mean, it's just kind of the name of the game. And obviously, you don't want to cash out on everything, all your holdings, but you want to take some profits. And we're going to look, we have ours planned, and we have to really kind of look at what, you know, because what can $5 kind of get you? What can $10 kind of get you? And kind of look at it that way. So it's an interesting thing for us with XRP. So we'll have to look at that and see. Me personally, I am still of the mindset I'd rather cash out 90% of another digital asset and then cash out some with XRP. The challenge is you don't know what XRP, how it has this tendency to just shoot up. So it's 60 days. That's a good thing to think about too. Is 60 days a long time to be looking at a bull run? Your digital asset is moving. and I love what he said, because a lot of times the other currencies move before XRP moves. The other digital assets move before XRP moves. And will you have the wherewithal? Will you have the intestinal fortitude to stick to your plan and wait for your cash out points? Or will you jump into something else, switch your portfolio up a little bit, sell off some of your XRPs so you have some cash for some other thing because you see that thing on the rise? And he had a phrase for it too. It's called portfolio, I forget the other part. Was it portfolio trauma, portfolio disillusion, portfolio something, I forget. But it's a real thing that happens because you see the other digital assets mooning, but yours is not. Right? And here's the thing, if you have a plan with XRP, then you don't have to worry about what the other digital assets are doing. But it's tough. It's tough when you're seeing other stuff jump up hundreds of percent. Yours is not. It's tough when you see stuff jumping up 30%, 40%, 80%, 100%, even more, and yours is not. But if you take the history of your digital assets and know what it is, you can prepare yourself. You can better prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. You know, for me, I just want to know that the bull run has taken place. It has started. Once I know that has started, we will revisit our the cash out points, not cash out, but take profits points. Take profits. We'll revisit it, look at it, talk about it some more, discuss it. Maybe even change up the percentage. Obviously, we won't be selling. You know, it'll be in the minor. You know, the 0.5%, 1%. You know, when we're talking less than $15. You know, that's going to be in what, a 0.25% type thing. In terms of cashing out, because our goals are different. You know, our goals are different. Originally, we had stuff we set dollar amounts. Okay, all right, we want this amount. We want $50,000. Then we want $100,000, and then our next one we want $500,000, and then we want $1 million, for examples, right? And then see how that looks. See what that looks like in terms of how much we have left and what we're going to do with it, right? So Again, guys, blockchain backer. Check out that video. I thought it was interesting because, again, he used the history of the charts, not the history repeats itself. We don't. But you got to have something to base it on. It's better to base it on prior history than to try to come up and make up something for yourself because it's something that you want to happen, right? So it's better to base it on history of what happened and use that could possibly happen versus just kind of making up something and say, hey, this can possibly happen, right? So I appreciate that perspective. And so 40 months for XRP from December of 2013 to its all-time high of $3.77, $3.80. So 40 months in the bear market, 58 days it took for the run up. 40 months bear, then the beginning of its bull run, 58 days XRP is now $3 and change. That's the history. So he took those fractals, put them together, measured them out, you know, today to whatever, and it's just, you know, he said it could be by mid-March. It could be by mid-March based on history, based on the charting and the fractal measuring in history. Measure them out, do the same thing. XRP could hit $13 by mid-March. Will it? Don't know. Based on history, it says it's a possibility. You throw in history, throw in the charts, and there it is. Again, I understand that history doesn't always repeat itself. But if you're going to do something, you got to base it on history. You got to do chart history. You got to do it because that tells you a possibility of what could happen. So that's it for today, guys. I just wanted to kind of remind you that, you know, XRP has had bear markets that have lasted over 3 years. But when it does go, it goes pretty quickly. I mean, 58 days for it to jump the way that it jumped. That's not bad. That's not a bad deal, guys. Not a bad deal at all. So listen, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up like I do all of my videos and remind you of this, that old money doesn't want you to win. They don't want us to win. They would rather us remain a cog in their perpetual wheel of trading our time for dollars. They don't want us to play in the same playground that they play in, where we allow our money to work for us. This is our chance to win, guys. The digital asset space is our chance to win. We are in the midst of the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of man. Are you participating? Or are you standing on the sidelines? Here's what I do know, that the battle for you has already been fought, and the victory is yours. Go get it. I'll talk to you soon, guys. See ya. Bye.